The Turn 4 Perspective. Weekly dirt racing news brought to you by Brooke John Peer.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 6 of the Turn 4 Perspective. Last week, I didn't do an episode because there wasn't much going on in the world of big league dirt track racing. However, this week, there wasn't that much going on either. But without further ado, let's jump right into a big 2-week long episode spanning from March 31st to today, which is April 14th. First up on our list is the High Limit Sprint Car Series. And this past weekend, they were supposed to have a show in New Mexico, but due to extremely high winds, the show was canceled. I don't know if they're going to reschedule it, what their plans are, but that show in New Mexico was canceled due to weather conditions. Moving on to the World of Outlaws, both the late models and the NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series raced this past weekend, both on Friday and Saturday. But first, last weekend, the World of Outlaws late models were supposed to race, but they got canceled out as well due to rain. This one wasn't wind, but it was rain, and that still is Mother Nature related. But this past weekend, meaning Friday and Saturday, the World of Outlaws late models were at Farmer City Raceway for the Illini 100, and on Friday night, it was Ethan Dotson, and on Saturday, it was Brandon Sheppard. It comes as no surprise that Brandon Sheppard won on Saturday, but it is surprising that Ethan Dotson won on Friday because I haven't seen him come up at all this season yet. I think he might have gotten a quick time near the beginning of the season, but I haven't heard his name come up a lot, so it was really interesting to see him win on Friday. Moving on to the sprint cars, on Friday night and Saturday night, they were at I-85 Speedway for the Spring Classic, and Carson Macedo won on Friday night, and Logan Schuchart won on Saturday. Now, Logan Schuchart has been coming in with some really good finishes this past season, and he has been doing really, really well for himself. However, he has not been able to make it to victory lane until Saturday night, which is really good for him because he's showing that he still got it. I believe he won a couple times last season, but it just shows that he still got it. He's still right there with your top contenders, and that he is willing to play in the big sandbox. Finally, the last series that was supposed to race this past week was the Super Dirt Car Series on Saturday at Can-Am Speedway. But they have been postponed due to snow. If you aren't from the Northeast, you will not understand this. But for some reason, in April here in New York State, it is snowing. It is cold, it's rainy, it looks like London, England every day here. It is really annoying. I absolutely hate it. But it has been snowing here, and that is why they got postponed, because the snow melts, it creates mud, and you can't race on a dirt track in mud because you will get stuck. But yeah, that was all of the series for these past 2 weeks. But now we have some tea to close out the episode, which is my favorite section. So all of the tea is from sprint car racing. And starting off, we have that Johnny Gibson is back. He is perfectly healthy now. He is going and announcing for the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series without any trouble at all. And he is just vibing now. So it is very good to see that Johnny Gibson is back in his seat and telling us who got QuickTime by yelling QuickTime at us. Moving on, Landon Crawley and Michael Dutcher Motorsports have parted ways. Now, Landon Crawley apparently left Dutcher Motorsports, meaning that Crawley left. So, I don't know what happened. I do not know any details of this besides the fact that Crawley left Dutcher. But what I do know is that Crawley has gone through a few rides in the past couple years. It seems that every year he has a new ride. So it'll be interesting to see if Crawley does get a new ride or if he is officially done. I don't know if he will get a new ride. Nothing has been announced on that yet. but it will be interesting to follow his racing career. Finally, we have Jacob Allen is going to be done racing after this year to focus on family. Now, Jacob Allen runs the 1A Shark Racing Sprint Car, and he posted on social media that he is going to be done after this season to focus on his family. And I think that's a good thing. Nothing against Jacob at all, but he has not been the best racer out there. I mean, he hasn't been doing well these past few seasons, so I feel like it would be good to focus on family and get, like, a job and everything, because he hasn't been doing that great, and with a baby at home and everything, it's got to be a lot of stress on his wife and stuff. So I feel that that's good. I mean, obviously sad to see him go, but it's probably for the best for him at this time. But anyway, that is all for this week. Next week, I will be taking off as well because I am on Easter break for college. So without further ado, have a happy Easter. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next week.